Your Excellency, Mr. Peter Obi, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Sam, for having me.
How have you been?
Surviving.
Quite a while. Interesting. I saw you yesterday and in the ADC, the flag of the unveiling of the coalition platform. How did that come?
Well, you can see what we said. The coalition just adopted a party for 2027. So we're trying to work together. You know, the opposition are trying to come together to work together for the sake of Nigeria.
So what does this then mean? Does it mean that you are an ADC member or a Labour Party member?
Today, I'm a Labour Party member, and I remain in Labour Party. But we have all agreed to work in coalition for 2027 election. And for that, we've just adopted ADC. Going on, other parties, other individuals are going to still come in. But it's just like an unveiling, like you used it before, an adoption, which will still go into bringing other people together under the same umbrella and saying, we want better governance for this country. We want to see more competent government with the capacity and character to do the right things.
So at some point you are going to leave Labour Party, is that it?
Well, where we are, the coalition, this coalition might have other parties that will come together, like it's happened in the past, and change the name of the party, anything. But right now we've adopted one party. The other ones are going to come in. So we can't say whether we're going to leave this or we're going to come into this. What is constant now is that we've all agreed to work together.
The implication is a legal one. Whether or not, as someone who is intended to run for office, you have the ability to participate or be in two political parties, it then means that will affect your ability.
So there's a difference in between intention and being this. I said I'm a member of this, you know, and I'm going to work with this group. So it's like, oh, well, I want to invest in this company, where they say, oh, you cannot be in two companies at the same time. But I have indicated my intention. I want to go into this. That is not.
Well, you don't see it as anti-party.
No. There's not an anti-party.
No, because I don't think Labour Party has agreed to
remember, we said for 2027. Say we're not in 2020, we're in 2025. It's clear. We've adopted this for 2027. So if I say I'm going to this, that doesn't say, oh, well, listen, I want to be sharing, I want to be able to be part of your dinner in the evening. That doesn't mean I should abandon my breakfast and lunch because I was intended to come and eat your dinner. No, we're going there.
So
we're going to go together. We are not abandoning where we are. At some stage, when that happens, you know.
So you are thinking of being a running mate to Atiku. Is that the case right now? That's your intention?
Again, Shehu, this is not in play. Nobody have ever discussed that.
You know what I'm asking?
People assume so many things. Nobody have ever discussed with me whether I'm going to be A or B or C. Shehu, I'm going to contest for the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And I believe I'm qualified for it.
You know the reason why I'm asking this? The coalition has been touted as Atiku-led coalition. And there are those who think that organization of coming together, that marriage is for an Atiku platform to run.
People just assume anything in this country. And I don't believe in assumption. I don't live with it. I'm part of a coalition which will be able to produce a competent president with the capacity, compassion to save this country.
And you look at the assemblage in that room. Some have described them as geriatrics who are old and done politically, who have been former this, former that. And this Peter Obi, And your reputation, you know what your reputation is with the Nigerian people. There are those who think that Peter Obi stands for a ray of hope, a beacon of hope for a lot of young Nigerians. And your association with some of those who have been described as spent, former this, former that. You don't think that there's a problem, that it's a contradiction?
So, when a leader comes into the scene, you lead everybody. Your job is to change. You change the old, you change the young. You don't just say, oh, my job as a leader is to change those who are not even, and if you look at it, it's about everywhere in the world. Those who brought out change everybody. Even for those of us, I'm sure it's in Islam, it's within the Quran, it's in the Bible, that those who are actually like Paul, who was previously Saul, who actually wrote everything, was one of those who were major persecutors of Jesus Christ and his team. But God changed. They want good governance.
So like a Messiah, that's what you want to be?
Whatever you call it.
A political Messiah.
It's not for me to say, oh, this one is bad, this one is good. No. It is for everybody to come together and show that you can do things better.
Is it not contradictory, though? There are those who say some of them had planned to sustain military rule in Nigeria. Some of them had run severally in the government that Nigerians thought that had failed. And you say you want to reform Nigeria. Is it not contradictory?
In fact, you need some who has been in bad government. Their experience is critical. I can tell you one of the major companies in the world hired 2 people who have worked in several failed companies because they can tell you what happened, why they failed. You need the experience of those who have failed and those who have succeeded to move on. And I need everybody. You need everybody. It is a critical experience because they know what can fail a system. And they know what was wrong with the system. So you need everybody. So if you want to serve, you must serve everybody.
In all of this, the ultimate goal and agenda is to ensure that 2027, this government and this party, APC, led by President Tinubu, is swept out of prominence. That's the agenda, isn't it?
Yes.
And by all means, you are going to pursue it.
We're not going to do it by all means. We're going to do it by all lawful means to make sure, because we've seen the failure, we've seen the incompetence of the government, we've seen they don't have the capacity to do the job. So you just have to do for the sake of our children.
If this option, one of the options is for you to be a running mate, you will still keep it?
There's no option here, Cyril. We're not talking about options.
Obi has to be on the ballot.
Well, the rest is for Nigerians to decide.
Let me ask you, is there anything specifically that has been happening in Nigeria since the 2023 elections that has strengthened your resolve to want to run again in 2027?
You could see it everywhere. We have an incompetent government. As president of Nigeria, I'll bring civility and order in governance. I'll govern with the Constitution of Nigeria. I will respect the Constitution of Nigeria. I will govern within the laws. The government will obey the laws. I will do appointment by federal character. I will appoint competent persons with capacity and compassion for good of Nigeria. People that are worthy of emulation. So I'm not going to be Minister of Petroleum, like it's been. Every ministry will have substantive minister who is competent, who has the character, compassion, and capacity to run that ministry, but show you the things that as president, I will have hands-on reported to me daily on real time. Number 1 is security of life and property of every Nigerian citizen. Number 2 is basic education of our children. Because we must put those 18 million people out of them. So it is more important for Nigeria to invest in education than oil. The human capital of Nigeria, considering its population, is a huge asset. That's the foundation of our manufacturing. I want to know what power we are generating daily and distributed daily. And I want to look at the SMEs, the manufacturing, to ensure that they are properly supported with adequate interest rates.
And I'd like to go into details of some of the crucial areas, because you campaign in 2023, and there are those who say, well, all of the things that this government said they would do are the things that Peter Obi also said he was going to do. And I'll come to those things in a bit. But all of these things you mentioned, you said you're going to do only in one single time of 4 years.
Oh yes, it's just to know what is happening to them daily. And you're not going to solve them overnight.
So you don't want to spend more than 4 years as president?
Completely.
Should you be elected?
That's it. So you can actually do all of it. You can actually... Nobody expects 100% result. They expect 100% sacrifice and effort. So we know we're driving there. So there's nobody that going anywhere is going in one day. But if we set out to go to Kaduna today, people want to see us in Kaduna Road. If we're headed to Lagos Road, we're in the wrong direction. What is happening now is that we're telling people we're going in this direction, but we're going in that direction. And so if you don't know where you're going, every road will lead you there. That's the confusion.
Can Nigerians trust that commitment of a single term from you?
So I said it and I put it in capital. I don't need a day more than 4 years. In fact, the day
and
before,
you fix Nigeria in those 4 years.
It's not fair. I will show the direction of good governance. That's why I said.
To what end is this one single? Why do you want to spend? The Constitution allows you. You've been a two-term governor. Why do you want to?
In 2 years, there has been maximum damage. That shows 2 years can change it in good direction. People want to get up and see a president that cares, a president that shows compassion. So today we have a country without compassion. Leadership without compassion does not exist. It's a minus. It's not good for the country.
Is there anything that you see that this government is doing that lacks compassion?
So, in December 18th or thereabout, several children died in a battle. I think it was December 18th. On the 19th, the president of Nigeria flew from Abuja to Lagos for Christmas holidays. Saying, I will not do it. I'll go to Ibadan. I will go and look for their parents and cry with them.
The president
I will show them.
If the president went to Benue.
No, one minute. Well, there was no compassion in that. People lost their children. People lost their children that will lead this country tomorrow. He didn't do that. He went for Christmas holiday. In Benue, he was not there for days. So I will go the first day. And when he got there, he said he couldn't visit the community because of bad road. So he has not gone to Niger State, where we lost over 200, and now they said it's 600 that they're still missing, and it's presumed dead. So it's only about 15 minutes flight from Abuja to Niger. There's no compassion. So we have watched our presidents, top government officials in this capital of Abuja commissioning both stations where we lost 20-something soldiers in Niger. So it will not happen. Is commissioning road more important than our soldiers that are dying? Is commissioning road more important than our children are not in school? So is road more important than children being in school? There's no compassion. There's no governance. I will not be, look at this week. This week alone, Monday, 30-something were killed in one of our states. Tuesday, 13 was killed in one of our states. Yesterday, it was over 10 in Anambra. This morning, it's over 13 in Sokoto. And our president is in island of St. Lucia. That is not even up to the size. Island of St. Lucia is 617 square kilometers of land. Mina is 6,700. Mina is 10 times the size of St. Lucia. In terms of population, St. Lucia is only 180,000 people. Ajegunle is 560. Ajegunle. So what is our president doing there?
So that trip is a waste of time. Is that what you're saying?
No. See, I won't do it. If I'm going to go to St. Lucia, that won't last more than 1 day. Our president has not even gone to any state for 2 days, apart from Lagos. I will be in Niger State. I will be in Mokwa. If there's any place to stay longer days, it's in Mokwa, where I have lost now 800 to 1,000 people. Why would I be there? He even gave some children scholarship in St. Lucia. When we have 18 million out-of-school children, with our capital, children are not in school. Shego, that's not governance. The country needs governance.
I mean, are we looking for saints to run this country?
No, we're looking for competent persons with capacity, character, and compassion to do it.
So you don't belong to a gang of saints?
No. Saints, even saints.
Gregory.
No.
But you're not a saint.
No, saints derive from Presbyterian, and a combination of the great saints, Peter and Gregory. So it's not just I'm Peter.
But in character, you're not a saint.
No. In character, a leader must be somebody. I said he must be competent. He must have the character and behavior, public conduct to show that this is right, this is wrong.
Let me ask you, and I'd like you to clarify this, because I watch a lot of conversation around you, and I mean, around every major political figure in this country. How do you clarify this reputation that you worked for the Abacha government? Or in the Abacha government?
I've never worked for government before I became governor. I can tell you that.
Did you do anything special?
Let me clarify for you. I've never worked for any government before. I was a very successful businessman. And everybody knows that. I was a very successful businessman. I built my business from scratch to something of a routine. As a businessman, I'm also part of those who were controlling trade in Lagos then. There was a time during Abacha's government, even happened during Obasanjo's government, there was a time during Abacha's government, because when Abacha took over, they said all ports, seaports and everything closed. So they came out with a policy that caused congestion in our ports, even in the airports. Goods were not being cleared, goods were not being exported and everything. And some of us felt, no, we need to go and see the head of state then, or at least the commissioner, Minister of Finance, who was I think it was Ani. So we came to Abuja, about 50 of us. We had an audience with the Minister of Finance and the President and the head of state then, and we were able to elucidate the problem we're facing. The President then directed the Finance Minister that he should take some of us who are the leaders, should just form a committee to decongest all the ports in Nigeria. And there were about 10 or 20 ports. Make sure that in each committee, one of us is involved. That's the only thing I had to do with the port. And then when we finished, which lasted maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, they said, it is now time to probe and reorganize the port, because I had written in one of my comments that Nigerian Port Authority is the only port I know in the world that have an office outside his country of operation. And coupled that they've seen whether they said, you become a member of the panel. He said, if anything, I was a member that tried to reorganize and sack people. Saying he has nothing to do with working government. I've never met Abacha. I don't know him. I'm not in the military. Saying everything I've done in my life is in the public space.
Obi has actually stated his plan for the election, and he declared himself as a contestant in the 2027 election, upcoming election. You understand? This sweets me to the bone because he touched down the regime of Tinubu, how hunger and starvation have been dealing with the people and the citizens of Nigeria. You heard from him. He said that how can someone be commissioning a filling station while 20 plus soldiers are being killed in Suleja? This is a very serious something for us to consider before making and casting our vote. Please and please, it's not that Peter Obi is a saint. No, he's a lesser evil. We should check it. There's a picture that was flying yesterday in the internet where he declined oil well that was given to him by the former president of Nigeria. He declined the oil well. He declined any pension, any salary, any car, any land, any house that was given to him as a governor, in which no governor in Nigeria has ever done this. This will not be say him be good person, but say him dey lesser evil than other people. It just better say you see evil way they you vote for evil way they see than the ones where they hide down. In which Peter Obi is not evil. He has been saying it. You should check fact me. Check fact me. If you want to talk about me, check fact me. I will give you proofs. I have proofs everywhere. He have been saying it. Tu shang shi lang si ya, ku shang shi lang wan shi la, ki shang shi la wa, sing shang shi la wa sa, ki shang shi lang shi la wa. What do you mean? To be forewarned is to be forearmed. A man that I have given a lot is expected from you. So I cannot be coming out to tell you do this, do that always, and you cannot do what I've been asking you to do. Now the same Nigeria of us day, you go see them say make I do giveaway, in which I never chop. If I never chop, I don't feel do giveaway. Simple. We should make Nigeria a better place. Choose lesser evil. And ADC, give this ticket to Peter Gregory Obi. Simple. Or there's no support for you guys. It's just simple as that. Thank you. Share this video, subscribe, and like.